Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on the Doom Dog YouTube channel. As always, I'm your host, Joss. With me is my friend Eric. Say hello to everybody.
Hi.
And we're here to recap E3. A little late, but nowhere near as late as we were last year, so we're improving.
Yeah, getting better at it.
And we actually got a few other podcasts in between last year's E3 and this year, so...
Right. More to come.
Yeah, I've got others that I want to do as well. But let's get started with EA. And in typical EA fashion, this sucked. But I thought this was a particularly bad year because they had like one on-stage gameplay demo.
Yeah.
And it was for a fucking mobile game.
Yeah, I just... Man, their conference was really. I don't usually, and I'm one of the ones who I don't usually hate on them that much because they do put out a lot of games that I really enjoy. But this year, and I remember talking in like our preview, and I was saying I was hoping they would kind of come out of the gates with Star Wars a bit and announcing some more DLC for Battlefront 2. Oh boy.
And not only did they announce more DLC for Battlefront 2, they didn't even show off any gameplay of it. They're just like, hey, General Grievous is coming. Hey, we're going to do the Clone Wars. Hey, we're going to do something based off the movie Solo. And that was it.
And then they announced, they announced like a Star Wars game or two in development, but they had nothing.
Vince Zampella that was in the crowd from... what the hell is the name of his studio?
I can't think of it.
They did the fuck is the mech combat first person shooter?
Oh man, Titanfall.
Yeah, they do Titanfall.
Is it Respawn?
That sounds right. But they did it like it was almost like it was impromptu. Like Vince was just showed up and was sitting in the crowd and like, hey, Vince is there. Let's talk to him because it was really fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Like this guy has been on the E3 stage before. We know he has. I mean, he used to develop Call of Duty for God's sake.
I just think that Battlefront 2, which has had such a back and forth with fans. Like, E3 on stage is not the time to announce DLC for a game that's been out for a while and has been very up and down.
Yeah, very divisive.
Why they did that, I don't fucking know. That should have been one of the 100 billion leaks that were like the 2-3 weeks before E3.
Yeah. They announced a couple of DLCs coming to that. And like I said, no fucking gameplay. Then they announced that they're working on a Star Wars game, and it was like The Fall of the Jedi or Fallen Jedi or something like that. And didn't have a title screen, didn't have gameplay, nothing. They just had Vince Zampella sitting there going, hey, I'm working on a Star Wars game, and that was it.
And you know I really like... I won't put any faith into it because the last couple Star Wars games EA had in production that weren't Battlefront, they canceled, and both of those games sounded fucking awesome. So it's like, until they show me something, and I'm pretty convinced it's going to come out.
Yeah, they had the woman that wrote like the first two Uncharted games or whatever writing one. Like, why wouldn't I want her writing a Star Wars game?
She was writing like a big open world Star Wars game, and then they also had that Boba Fett bounty hunter game, which looked incredible, and they canceled that too.
Yeah.
To just put Battlefront out and put loot crates in it and piss everyone off.
Yeah, at least the Battlefront guy went out there and apologized. Like, okay, we fucked up and we know we fucked up. At least they did that.
He did, but at the same time, as long as that game's been out for a while and it's an online multiplayer, to me the shelf life is done. You got to cut your losses and move on.
Yeah. They started the conference off, and this was... It could have been a good way to start, but the way they handled it was so piss poor. Because they started off the conference by talking about the new Battlefield game.
Yeah.
Which would not be problematic if they had shown any gameplay at all of this game, but they just showed a trailer.
And the trailer had already been leaked. Everyone had already known about Battlefield. We've all seen it and heard about it. I thought that they, leaked that shit on purpose so that, on the stage they would have shown a lengthy gameplay demo, but
no, nothing.
And I don't know, man. Like these past couple Battlefields, I'm kind of tuning out of them. There's like a girl with a robot hand running around, but it's World War II. I don't know.
Yeah, a girl with a robot with like a mechanical hand or something running around, like being a sniper, and she's British, and the British didn't put women on the front line in that war, which that is the problem people have with it. People don't have a problem with playing a female character. People have a problem with how wildly inaccurate that is.
If I want to play a World War II game, I want to play a fucking World War II game. Like, give me some of the great battles. And there's so many people think that like World War II was these handful of big battles, and that all of them have been done to death in games. But it's not even close to being true.
Yeah.
It is. I saw that trailer, and I just like it didn't make me want to play that game in any way.
Yeah. And then they made me want to play it even less when the developers went out there and said basically one thing only about it and went back off stage. And that was, oh, by the way, there's going to be a battle royale. Oh, gee, thanks.
Yeah, there's not enough of those around.
So both of the two major competing shooter franchises are chasing after trends now.
Yeah. Of course, I still play Fortnite. I do like Fortnite. But I don't know. They got to knock it off. And for Battlefield to have one, I don't know if it's going to be a little bit different. But it's like, I don't care. To be honest, like that. I know they're compared every year, but the new Call of Duty looks 10 times better than the Battle. In my opinion, I will happily pick that Call of Duty game up.
Yeah. Okay. So they also announced what was it? Command & Conquer Rivals.
I think it was Rivals, yeah.
And just fuck you, EA. Just fuck you for that. Like, people have been clamoring and wanting you to bring back that series and make it good for a long time. And then you stab all of them in the heart by giving them a fucking mobile game.
Yeah.
Because that's where I want to play my RTS games. It's fucking cell phones. Ugh.
Yeah.
And they spent 20 minutes doing the on-stage demo, and this was pretty much the only on-stage demo they had. I mean, they had some gameplay of Anthem at the end.
Anthem looks cool, but no one's gonna play it. I mean, I really, really got into Destiny. Like, I got super into Destiny. But you remember, like, the trailers for it when they were originally showing it? And everyone's, like, working together. And they always do this at E3. Everyone's so, like, into their team or whatever. And then you sign on, and it's always some asshole just jumping up and down in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll just drive you fucking crazy.
Yeah. I don't think they're getting the hype level for Anthem that they want.
I don't either. I think that they did last year, but it seems to have pulled for this year.
Yeah, and that bothers me because EA has a long history of closing studios that they feel underperform, even if it's their own fault that the studio underperformed. Yeah. So I fear the day I wake up to the news that BioWare has closed.
Yeah, who knows? Obviously, I hope not, but we'll see.
Yeah.
They did show a game that I thought looked really, really, really cool. It's called Sea of Solitude. You remember the trailer for that?
Yeah, the two best parts of their conference were when they had the nervous indie developers go up on stage to talk about their games, those being Unravel 2 and Sea of Solitude. And yeah. I loved watching both of these because while, yes, both developers were nervous as hell, it was so genuine, dude.
Yeah, and they seemed excited. And I thought that Seal of Solitude was, in particular, to me, I thought, well, that was really cool, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah. It's not that often that we get like people that aren't just doing PR, speak or whatever at E3. Like these guys were genuinely excited to talk about their game, and I loved it.
Other than that, the conference there was just not much to it.
Yeah, they talked about a new FIFA, and all they had was a trailer with no gameplay. Yeah. They talked about a new Madden, and they had some guy that I've never heard of that's some kind of esports champion go on stage with another guy and go, "Remember that time that I beat you at Madden? Yeah, man, that sure was a time I beat you at Madden."
Yeah, the good old scripted lines. You gotta love them.
Yeah, it was cringy, is what it was. Yeah. It's like, move on. But they have to do that. But most people seemed really, really hyped up on Bethesda's show.
I was super excited, man. I was sitting there like, I just couldn't wait, counting the seconds. And then it was, I thought the setting that they were in was really cool. I don't know, I thought that was really neat, their stage.
Yeah, I thought some of the stuff they showed off was really cool.
Yeah, like Doom looks awesome.
Yeah, Doom Eternal will be awesome because Doom 2016 was awesome.
Rage looks fun. I want to see some more of it, kind of a little more in depth, but it looks fun. I mean, it's just going to be a bullet fest,
Yeah, I liked the first Rage. I think this looks a lot better than the first Rage. At the very beginning, they started off with this little video. It's like, look how fun it is to work for Bethesda. And then it was like, okay, we get it. And then they go out on stage and like Andrew WK walks out on stage. And everybody's like, what? And I'm sitting there looking at the crowd while he's playing a song. And I'm like, have you morons ever been to a concert before?
Right. Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird choice.
Yeah, the crowd just looked lost. It was so strange to watch. Like, I know how to act at a concert. You know how to act at a concert. The entire crowd looked like, what the fuck is going on? Why is music?
There's a lot of game journalists in the crowd, and most of them, like, you know what they're into, so it's probably wasn't their cup of tea.
Yeah. Like, I'm not the biggest Andrew WK fan, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was a good open. It was something different. They had fun with it. It wasn't, I don't know, some guy out there rapping, which I'd have probably turned the channel. But.
Yeah, he was obviously having fun and being his usual goofy self, which kind of works with with the tone of this Rage game.
Oh no, yeah, the song's a good fit. Like I thought that was a good mix, but yeah, the crowd didn't give a shit. But the game looks fun.
Yeah, I was impressed with Rage. I thought it looked awesome. And then they started to lose me after Doom Eternal and Rage.
I like their Skyrim on Alexa commercial. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, but that actually turned out to be real, which is funny as hell.
Yeah, they do poke fun at themselves, which I really like.
Yeah.
But they showed that Elder Scrolls on your phone, and I just couldn't have cared any less.
Yeah, I don't play mobile games, so I just did not give a shit. I didn't give a shit about that. I didn't give a shit about Fallout Shelter coming to the Switch and the PlayStation and the Xbox. I didn't give a shit about that fucking card game. I didn't give a shit about all the MMO stuff.
Right.
And the biggest part of their presentation was something that I wanted to be excited for, and just I was so disappointed. And that being Fallout 76.
It's weird because I was figuring we were going to have some disagreement because I went in not excited for Fallout 76, and then after it I was like, oh man, I'm in.
Yeah, well, I pretty much disappointment the moment he said always online. I'm like, oh god, no.
I'm curious. if it's, he said you can do missions, talk to NPCs, and so I'm hopeful that there's a big Fallout game in there.
Yeah, I'm. Nothing he said alleviated my fear that this is just a Rust type game, like survival, like Ark Survival Evolved or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like another one of those kind of like when you sign into a Destiny and you're trying to do something and then there's a bunch of assholes just running in circles around you and doing like the dance moves. And
yeah, you spend 10 hours building up a settlement of yours and then some jackass nukes it.
See, now that the nuke stuff, man, if I can, I told my brother I'm gonna nuke the shit out of it when we get that game.
Yeah, it just, my excitement went down to fucking zero for that during that presentation. It's like, oh god, no.
I'm in. I'm definitely gonna try it. I mean, it could turn out to not be fun, but he sold me on it pretty well.
Yeah, they ended, and people lost their shit at this, and I'm like, okay, but you're still gonna be waiting like 5 years for any of this to come out, and that's that was a title screen for Starfield and a title screen for The Elder Scrolls 6, and that's all we got.
I don't want to be excited because I know it's going to be an insanely long wait for these fucking games, especially The Elder Scrolls. Like, oh man, I don't even want to think about it. I'm glad they showed it and said, hey, you're going to get it, but in my head, I'm like, well, what systems are going to be out then? Like, what is gaming going to be? What type of game am I going to get? I don't want to be excited yet because they didn't show anything.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they didn't really talk about Starfield. They just said, oh, it's coming. It's been in development for years.
Oh, God, I know. They got to say something.
But you don't have anything to show off? Really?
Yeah, even Cyberpunk had a good trailer.
Oh, God, I can't wait to talk about that when we get to Microsoft.
Yeah.
Oh, I so want that game.
Don't worry, we'll talk about Cyberpunk. But yeah, Bethesda was okay.
Yeah, that was kind of my takeaway from it. Was like, I wanted to be more hyped about it than I was.
Mm-hmm.
But the things that did get me hyped got me hyped to the fucking moon. Like, I am so excited about Rage and Doom Eternal.
Doom is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were kind of iffy about Rage going in, but I think they sold a lot of people on it.
Well, they're going to have to, because you're going into a market now where most consumers don't remember Rage.
Yeah, they don't remember Rage, or they didn't care much for the first Rage.
Yeah, so they've really got their work. I hope it doesn't end up as another Evil Within, where a month after it's on the clearance bin.
Yeah. I just want to note this because I thought it was fucking awesome as soon as I saw it. The developer from Avalanche Studios that went on stage to talk about Rage was wearing a shirt from the Swedish death metal band Grave.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I saw that. I was like, yes, I love that band. Ubisoft surprised me.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I don't know if they surprised you, but overall, I was pretty impressed with their show.
I liked it a lot.
Usually, I'm kind of on Ubisoft, either or that sucked on Ubisoft, but no, this year they had a good show. Honestly,
man, like the stuff coming out of Ubisoft, I absolutely love the first Division. And the second one in DC, oh my god.
Yeah, that does look cool. They started off kind of cringy with a Just Dance thing that went on way too goddamn long. I mean, it was at the point where I'm like, okay, can we get to the games now? Because I'm tired of this.
Yeah, I wasn't really caring about that. But then what was after Just Dance? I'm trying to, was Assassin's Creed after Just Dance?
I thought
No,
Assassin's Creed
no,
closed out the show.
yeah, it was Beyond Good and Evil, right?
Yeah, I think it was Beyond Good and Evil 2, which looks cool as fuck.
I'm interested, yeah.
I mean, they didn't show off enough gameplay of it, which kind of sucks, but the trailer they showed was interesting. I really need to play the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're saying it's pretty ambitious, the new one, so we'll see.
Yeah. One thing that they did that seemed to piss a lot of people off, and I'm not entirely sure why because I thought it was fucking awesome, was they talked about how they want fans to submit their own creations to be put into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I started this, I was like, what a cool ass way to show off your own artwork, you know?
Anyone who would complain about that is an idiot. Like, I don't care. That you're just fucking, you're stupid if you complain about that. If you don't want to do it, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, nobody's forcing you to do it, and Ubisoft is paying people for their work.
Yeah.
If you submit it and it gets put in a game, you get paid. They did. I don't think they mentioned that on stage, but they mentioned that later. So that was cool.
Yeah, no, they pay their creators, but like, it's such a cool idea, and if you have a problem with that, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. They showed off a bunch more gameplay of Skull and Bones.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the fact that you can't leave the wheel. You know, you can move around the different guns, but you're kind of just stuck there.
Yeah. So could you not like get off the ship and onto the islands or anything?
No, you're just on the ship.
That's weird. That's really weird.
I feel like that game would have a short lifespan. I mean, I imagine it would be fun for a weekend, but then after that, you're probably not going to play it.
Yeah. That's kind of my feeling on it too. But it's gorgeous. But beyond that, I don't know, man. They showed an expansion for that Rabbids RPG.
Yeah,
with
Donkey
Mario.
Kong.
That brings Donkey Kong into the mix. That looked pretty cool. I haven't played that Rabbids game, but I've heard it's actually good and not that annoying.
I need to pick it up. I like the rabbits. They make me laugh. They're fucking like they're minions.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. That Division got me like that. I was hyped to the moon for that game.
Was this where they showed off gameplay of their Division, or was that on Microsoft's stage?
They showed off. I believe it was Ubisoft. I could be wrong, but I thought it was no. Maybe they just showed I think they just showed the trailer, but Microsoft showed the gameplay.
That sounds right.
Yeah, right?
Either way, the Division 2 does look pretty cool.
Yeah, the first one's awesome. I love that game.
Yeah, what I've heard from people that play the first one is it started off really fucking slow, but the developers eventually came in and fixed it and made it a lot better.
It was good at first, but then like they just kept on working on it and adding stuff, and it was really cool to see because you pay the money for the game, and then they kept giving you content and stuff to do.
Yeah. But it looked cool.
Yeah.
I'd tell you what, talk about surprise with surprises. They got me interested in that Starlink game.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, right? And then Star Fox is going to be in it.
Yeah, Star Fox is in it, which is awesome. I wonder if I could play as Falco. Falco was my homeboy.
Yeah, right.
Falco was my favorite character on Star Fox 64 back in the day.
I love Star Fox. Did I tell you I got the SNES Classic and it has Star Fox 2 that was never released on there?
Oh, I want to play that so fucking bad.
It's cool. It's not great, but it's a cool experience to play it.
Yeah. I want to get the SNES Classic for that game. I think Earthbound's on it too, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I'd play that too.
There's 21 games on it. It's really cool. Not to get too off topic, but it's really cool.
Yeah, I've never played Earthbound, so it'd be cool to play that. But they brought Miyamoto out on stage when they announced that Starlink has Fox McCloud in it. Which, if Miyamoto is like the Walt Disney of the video game industry. If he doesn't put a smile on your face when you see him, there's something wrong with you.
Oh, he's the best.
He's a child at heart, and I love that about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like that guy. He's still a fan. You can tell he absolutely loves it, which is so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always the vibe I get from him. He's like, he loves doing this. He just still has that same passion for video games that he's always had.
Yep, gotta love it.
What else did they show? I know we're missing some stuff.
There's a couple VR things, and then they closed with Assassin's Creed, which I thought looked awesome.
Yeah, didn't they have some kind of movie production studio working on a partial live action game footage and partial video game thing that they were working on?
It'll probably be weird.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember what that was called. And
Was it like Transcendence, maybe?
That sounds right.
Wasn't it like Elijah Wood was in it?
Yeah, I believe so. 'Cause Elijah Wood was on their stage.
Yeah, he was in that. He was in that trailer for that game. It's the VR one. I think it's Transcendence. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's it. They closed off the show with Assassin's Creed, I believe.
Rightfully so, yeah.
And this looks different than your typical Assassin's Creed, which is to say, it looks like an RPG.
Well, Origins is a lot different than the games used to be. Origins is more RPG. This one looks like it's even more RPG than Origins was.
Yeah, this looks straight up Western RPG, action RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm fine with. If they do it right, I'm fine with that. I like a good Western RPG.
Oh, I'm excited, man. I love that franchise so much. So many fond memories of playing all those games. Origins is great, so this one looks even cooler to me.
Yeah.
Plus, you can play like the great grandson of King Leonidas. Like, how badass is that?
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Like, they talked about giving you, what was it, Leonidas' spear or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. And the world, like, it looks so good.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people like, well, I really wanted an Assassin's Creed set in feudal Japan.
Yeah, I've been wanting that.
But now that we're getting Greece, I don't care about that anymore. I'm happy to get Greece.
I hope the next one is Japan, but this one looks really cool.
Although we are getting a game set in, we are getting a couple games set in feudal Japan, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, started off kind of cringy, and overall though, good show, Ubisoft. They also showed off a Trials game. We didn't bring that up.
It looks really cool. It's coming to Switch, so I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, they talked about they had the guy ride in on a motorbike and intentionally do a pratfall onto what was it, a mic stand or something?
Yeah.
And then he said, "I am the Prime Minister of Finland," or something. Was it Finland? I don't know. It was a Scandinavian country. He's not, but he said he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that if you're into Trials, that I'm sure that'll be good. It looks like more Trials.
Looks really cool.
Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't talk about Far Cry at all.
Yeah, really much kind of nothing for it, right?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a new game. I was just expecting them to talk about DLC for it, but we didn't really get that.
Yeah. I would hope they do DLC. I mean, I know they have the announced stuff with the Vietnam and the Mars thing, but I'd like to see another story DLC.
Yeah. They talked about the Crew too, but that comes out in weeks. So, did anybody play the first Crew?
No.
I don't remember even hearing about it. I remember seeing it at E3, and that was the last time I ever heard about it. Okay, do you want to do Microsoft?
Yeah.
Microsoft kicked ass this year.
Yep. Yes, they did.
They really needed to come out, and I do have some minor complaints with their show, and I'll get to them, but they really needed to come out and just focus 100% on games, and for the most part, they did exactly that.
Yeah.
They really needed a good show that showed off a lot of awesome games. But the common complaint that I saw about their show was, man, they sure are showing off a lot of games that I'm going to play on my PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, you can't get away from that. Like, they still don't have the big exclusives, but at the same time, they had a great show.
Yeah. They start off with they didn't give any information about it, but they started off with Halo Infinite.
Hell yeah.
Which is a gorgeous trailer that got all the Halo fanboys hyped up because his armor looks like it did in what? 3?
Yeah, I think that this could, man, they may be bringing Halo back to the top of this. I hope.
That seems to be the hope of all the fanboys. Is this will be the time that 343 100% gets it right, which they all had complaints about both 4, and yeah. I liked 4 and 5, and I haven't played 5.
I haven't played it either. I want to, though, just to play the series.
Yeah. I heard so much bitching from fans when 5 came out.
Yeah.
It was nonstop. This game sucks. But yeah, it looks. I mean, it's kind of hard to go off of an admittedly pretty simple CG trailer that gives you no information about the story or anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was no gameplay or anything, which kind of was a bummer, but
yeah, it suggests that this is still a long way off.
I think it'll be not this holiday, but next. I think once next E3, there'll be the big gameplay reveal, and then that holiday season we'll get it.
Yeah. They showed off a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here and struggle to remember it all. That Shadows Die Twice. I don't Psyker. I don't remember what the first word was, but Shadows Die Twice by From Software. They showed off that, and we knew From Software was working on a new game that wasn't part of the Souls series.
I'm just trying to remember so much. There's so much.
Yeah, it was set in feudal Japan, and he had like that metal arm or whatever.
Yeah.
It looked cool. Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
Which I saw articles saying Dante has a new robot arm in Devil May Cry 5, and I saw that, and I was like, that was Nero, you idiot.
Yeah.
That was Nero from Devil May Cry 4. Dante was pretty old in this trailer, but it looks cool. It looks like it's going to be a sequel to 4 and completely ignore the existence of the last Devil May Cry game.
It looks, I hope it's good. That franchise is awesome. I know Dante's got another new look or whatever, but hopefully it's cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It's from the same developers that were working on that Scalebound game, so that got canceled, so this could exist, I guess.
It sucks, because Scalebound looked really cool.
It did. And boy, did they need some seriously good exclusives. Showed off the new Forza.
Yeah, looks really good.
And it looks gorgeous. It looks like Forza. It's in England this time?
Yeah, that's actually got me a little more excited for it, to be honest. Like I wouldn't mind picking it up.
Yeah. the rumor about 3 Gears of War games turned out to actually be true.
Yeah, Gears 5. It's weird because that's one of my favorite game series of all time, and the new one I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah. They started off by showing off the Gears logo, and then you hear the chainsaw in the background, and then a fucking anthropomorphic vinyl pop figure of Marcus?
I think it was, yeah.
I think it was Marcus. Popped up and was like, oh, hey, it's Gears Pop, and then we didn't get any gameplay to say what Gears Pop is. But that exists. The one that I think people are overlooking that I think looks great is the Gears strategy game.
Right.
Gears Tactics, that's what it was called.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
It looks like XCOM is what it looks like. Which, if you give me XCOM set in the Gears universe, I'll be happy. I'll play that. I thought that was the cooler looking of the 3 Gears games that they showed.
Yeah, I did too, because the Gears 5 didn't really look that good to me, so I'm kind of iffy on that one.
Yeah. I saw it seems to be a lot of indifference on that one. They announced that they bought a bunch of studios. And some of them, it was like, wait, you didn't own that studio already? Because it was like,
right.
It's like the studio that makes Forza, we bought them. And I think everybody just collectively went, you didn't own them already? But I guess not. They bought Ninja Theory, which hopefully that'll work out for them. That they did that Hellblade game.
Mm-hmm.
And they did Heavenly Sword, which was an early PlayStation 3 action game.
Yeah.
And they did the DMC reboot. They don't have any, like... They're yet to have any, like, major system seller type of game yet, but they have a talent for writing, so hopefully it'll work out for Microsoft there. They formed another studio in Santa Monica. What was it, the Coalition or something?
Something I can't come close to remembering the name.
I don't remember what it was called either. Do you remember the name of the company that has been working on We Happy Few for fucking ever?
No.
I don't remember that either, but they said that they bought that company, which that company, We Happy Few looks interesting, but it's their first game. They haven't even released their first game yet, so I'm a bit iffy on the acquisition of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're still technically an unproven studio. And then they bought the company that did State of Decay as well.
Yeah. Didn't the new one just come out?
Yeah, the new one just came out to lukewarm reception. Because apparently it's a bug-filled mess.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that somewhere.
What else did they do?
They announced so many games. Oh, man.
Yeah. And they are kind of stretching the use of the word exclusive. Like, exclusive has a set meaning. You guys know that, right?
Well, they were doing, like, launch exclusive, so they'll get it on launch and then have it for a few months before it goes over.
Yeah. Things like that. Like, I think their biggest problem is that every single game that they're showing off is also coming to PC.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're not a PC guy, but a lot of people are, and they're going to see that, and they're going to go, okay, so why do I get it for Xbox instead of PC?
Because it's going to run a lot better, and you'll have more fun.
See, that's the thing. If you've got a good PC, it will run better on PC.
God.
It always does.
No, you fucking have to download your fucking drivers and all that stupid shit. Just buy a goddamn Xbox, people.
Yeah, I will eventually get an Xbox One X because I have a 4K TV now.
Yeah. I need to get.
Go ahead.
I need to get one. I really want the new Xbox and a 4K TV. I just haven't really pulled the trigger yet.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on getting a 4K TV so soon, but I found a very good deal on one. It was like $350 for a 4K TV that does HDR.
Yeah.
55 inch.
Damn.
I'm pretty happy with it. I don't have anything to play 4K, but I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh yeah, those things are, man, they're so nice. I want one.
Yeah. So I turned on the HDR and have been using that with my PlayStation 4.
Nice. Look good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It improves the colors in the game is what it does.
Yeah.
As they were closing out the conference, they did this thing. It was a DOS prompt basically. It was like hacking, loading E3 trailer, and it was Cyberpunk 2077, and holy God, it looks so cool.
Man, I'm a little. They announced after it's a first-person shooter, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I imagine it's a first-person RPG, kind of like Fallout is.
Yeah, I think it's going to be excellent.
I am so excited for it, dude. Like, that trailer was cool as fuck.
Yeah, oh man, it looks so fucking badass. Like,
I just love I love a good cyberpunk setting. We don't get enough of them in games.
No, not at all. And CD Projekt Red are awesome.
Yeah, I have no doubt that this game's going to be fucking great when it finally comes out. And I was so excited to see more. Like, oh, it's over. Well, that was a good show. Holy shit, Cyberpunk!
Yeah, well, I mean, they showed so much in between it too, but the new Tomb Raider looks awesome. And,
yeah, it does. I didn't even mention that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like there was so much from Microsoft.
Yeah, and the new Tomb Raider does look fucking awesome.
Dying Light 2, Just Cause, they announced.
Let me talk about Dying Light for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't play the first one. Nothing about the first Dying Light really got me all that interested. I was like, oh god, it's just another zombie game. Mm-hmm. That was kind of my thing to that. But for Dying Light 2, they had Chris motherfucking Avallone march out there and go, yeah, I'm writing the story for this game. You tell me Chris Avallone's writing your story, I'm instantly interested.
I hope it's cool.
Do you know who Chris Avallone is?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't have to tell you. He wrote Knights of the Old Republic 2. He wrote a lot of Fallout New Vegas. The guy knows what he's doing. Very, very good writer. So that instantly got me interested. Like, okay, I guess I'm purchasing Dying Light 2 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had forgotten they showed off Just Cause 4, which looked awesome. And they showed off Kingdom Hearts, which is coming to the Xbox.
It looks amazing. Holy shit.
But the problem with the trailer was it was missing some sound effects. Did you notice that?
I didn't really know. I was so excited that I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, dude, I thought that weirded me out because, like, go back and look that shit up. It was missing sound effects. And it was missing sound effects when they showed the exact same trailer on the Square Enix stage. And apparently Square Enix show kind of sucks, so I'm glad I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either, yeah.
There was also a PC gaming show that I didn't watch. I did watch Devolver Digital, and that was like a 20-minute presentation where all they did was make fun of E3 the entire time and show off 3 games. And the big news to come out of Devolver Digital's, and at least for me, the big news to come out of there is the Japan-only original Xbox exclusive game, Metal Wolf Chaos, is finally coming to the States. Do you know what Metal Wolf Chaos is?
I've heard the name, but I don't really have any knowledge of it.
Okay, it's fucking stupid, and I love it for being fucking stupid. Basically, the Vice President of the United States has a like massive coup go on where he takes over the United States and rules like a dictator. Yeah. And you play the President of the United States, who has a giant mech suit, and you travel from one area of the country to another and use your mech suit to free them all. And that's Metal Wolf Chaos. If that doesn't sound awesome as shit to you, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it definitely sounds cool.
But that's coming to the United States, and I'm excited for that. That was one of the few Japan-only original Xbox games. I don't know why we never got it here, but I'm excited for it. It was actually developed by From Software back in the day.
Right.
Sony. Kind of mixed feelings about Sony, because the games they showed were awesome. The presentation blew.
It was weird.
They start off in like this tent that's made up like a church.
Yeah.
With like these string lights going along the ceiling and shit. Where they presented a guy playing a banjo, and then The Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2 is going to be incredible, but I thought that was kind of a weird trailer to show for it.
Yeah. The gameplay looks awesome, though. I'm excited for The Last of Us 2. A lot of people bitching that Ellie is like bi or a lesbian or something. I don't really care. Yeah. I really don't care. She's a good character. That's what I care about. What I want to know is where the fuck is Joel?
Yeah, I mean he's going to be in it, right?
I hope so. He wasn't in any of the footage.
He's got to be in it. I can't imagine him not being in it.
Yeah, I loved Joel. He was an awesome character as well.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, so good. One of my favorite game characters in the past few years. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Such a good character. Man, it's such a great game.
Yeah. After that, they moved everybody to a different theater, and it took like 20 minutes to do so. So they had some guy just like sitting there going like, all right, we're going to do an interview with these guys about God of War.
Well, the place that they were in it looked almost just like the barn or church or whatever where the dance was in the game.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I get the idea for that, but man, that was just a poor execution.
Yeah. And it took like 20 minutes, and so they're like, okay, so here's the trailer for the new Destiny. God of War is getting a new game plus mode, which is cool.
Yeah.
And they just like rambled for 20 minutes until they set up and were ready.
Yeah, I was so bored, like just waiting. Come on, let's get this going.
Yeah. And they followed that up with another long live music section where a guy was playing, what was it, a bamboo flute?
Yeah, so I thought it was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool too. And whiny bitches were screaming out cultural appropriation. Like, this instrument is supposed to be really fucking hard to play.
Yeah,
this guy is like a grand master of it.
Yeah, he's one of the few in the world who's recognized as like a master of that instrument. So.
His name is Cornelius Boots. Look him up.
Yeah.
This dude is wicked talented.
Yeah. It's just a classic case of people immediately getting mad about something just so ridiculous that they never should have got mad about.
Yeah, people also got mad about the tagline for Metal Wolf Chaos being Make America Great Again. People got mad about Todd Howard saying degenerates when he was making a masturbation joke. They're like, how dare he use alt-right language as if the word degenerate is somehow alt-right.
But yeah, the on Sony was that Ghost of Tsushima looks.
Oh my god, I was so pumped for that.
Yeah, it looks insane.
I can't believe I... Okay, I'm going to mention this briefly because I should have mentioned it when we were talking about Microsoft. Metro Exodus looks amazing.
Yeah, it does, and it finally has a release date, right?
Yeah, and I don't remember what that release date is.
It probably won't stick to it, so yeah.
But god damn, that gameplay they showed looks incredible.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, back to Ghost of Tsushima. This game looks amazing.
Yep. That sword fight at the end under the tree, like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's so fucking gorgeous and bright and colorful, and I'm so glad that we've moved past the brown and gray and realistic thing that the industry was stuck on for like 5 years.
Yep.
Because we're getting color back in our games, and they're just looking more gorgeous than ever as a direct result, and I am so pumped for this game.
Looks nuts, man. It really looks nuts.
Yeah, and this is a side note, but I know Gaijin Guma is probably going to have some really good videos about this one. So I'm excited for when he gets around to doing that as well. Do you know who that is?
I actually don't know.
He's a YouTuber that talks about like cultural influences in different games we play, and he's got a big focus on Japan.
Cool.
He doesn't just do Japan, but his biggest focus, like, because he spent years living in Japan as a person teaching English.
Right.
So it's very dear to his heart. So I know that he had to be pumped as soon as he saw this game, and I know he's probably really excited to talk about it. So I'm looking forward to videos from him about it. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks amazing.
Yep.
We're getting a Resident Evil 2 remake. Yes.
And I keep going back and forth in my head on what my game of the show is, and Resident Evil is up there because I'm insanely excited.
Did you see the gameplay demo of it?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it looks so good. And I'm glad they're going... I personally am glad that they're going with the over-the-shoulder camera because I think that control style just feels better.
Yeah.
So it'll play like 4 and still be a horror game. And well, not that 4 wasn't, but some of the ones after 4 really weren't. But oh my god, I'm so excited for that.
Man, it looks nuts.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah, I love the little cameo with the PlayStation 1 in the trailer. That was so cool.
I came out of my chair when they showed that. Like, I lost my mind.
Yeah. You remember seeing Control at this? The game Control. It kind of looks like a cyberpunk-ish, like, weird dream world. That I don't know what it was, but it intrigued me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
I'm trying to remember the studio that did that, but it looked cool as fuck. Got a bunch more Spider-Man. That closed out the show.
Yeah. Fucking Spider-Man.
And it still looks amazing. And I can't fucking wait.
I can't. I don't even want to think about it because I'm so excited for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like I just wish it was out right now, so I just want to swing around. I remember I would play Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 for just hours. I wouldn't even play the game. I would just swing just around that little New York for hours, just playing it. And I can't fucking wait.
Yeah. Was Spider-Man 2 the one that lets you swing around as Stan Lee?
Oh shit! I think so.
Because that shit was cool.
Yeah, I don't want to say 100%, but I think so.
That shit was cool as hell. But yeah, Spider-Man looks amazing, and there's so many like, what was it? What is it? The Sinister Seven?
Yeah,
is the League of Villains, and they're doing that. And all the villains look so badass in this game. And I cannot wait for this game. It looks amazing.
The combat looks incredible. Oh, it looks so fun.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Arkham.
Yeah, which is one of my favorite games. So one of my favorite combat systems too.
Yeah, Arkham got Batman so right.
Yeah, I really wish Rocksteady would have been at E3 this year, but that's a whole nother.
Yeah. We finally got gameplay of Death Stranding.
Yeah.
And I still have a bunch of questions.
People are divided. I personally think it looks incredible, and I'm super, super excited.
Yeah, so am I. I trust Kojima.
I thought the gameplay looked awesome. Man, it looks fun.
Yeah, and it's got such a weird and unique world and design, and what's with the baby that's in the jar, and apparently he can die and then come back to life, and everything's reset and stuff like. It looks so weird and out there, Kojima.
It looks like there's survival aspects to it. He's traversing and carrying and going across big ledges and shit. Oh man, it looks so neat.
Yeah. Sony had the most games that got me hyped to the fucking moon and back. But their presentation was not good.
No, I still think Microsoft had the best conference.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. After thinking about it for a while, I'd have to agree. They showed off some game from the guy that created Rick and Morty, and it looks like Rick and Morty, the video game, except it doesn't have the characters from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I don't watch the show.
Neither do I. I just know enough about it to recognize, these are the exact same voices that you use in Rick and Morty.
Right.
And it's the exact same, style, and everything. Oh, we also didn't mention, and this was something else we forgot about. Microsoft was somebody's making Anime the video game.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't crazy about the trailer. I was like, okay, maybe it could be cool.
Yeah, it looks like Super Smash Brothers type of game, but all anime characters. It's called Jump Force or something.
Yeah.
So that's a thing, and I'm not big on anime, so it doesn't really capture me. But I'm trying to remember what all I know. I know Sony showed some other things, and I'm trying to remember what they were.
Yeah, was there some VR stuff maybe?
I think so. Sony didn't show a whole hell of a lot because they spent most of their time focusing on 4 games.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, and
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding, yeah. And all that looks cool as shit. The Resident Evil remake looks cool as shit.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for a lot of stuff that they showed. I tell you who kind of disappointed me, though, and this is the last one we're getting to, is Nintendo. Nintendo didn't disappoint me because of what they showed. It's how they went about it.
Yeah, I guess I knew what to expect going in. That's kind of how they've been doing things lately.
Yeah. My big problem with their show was, okay, Smash looks cool.
Yeah.
Move the fuck on from Smash.
I figured because they did the directs before E3 and they've announced a lot of stuff. I kind of figured that their direct was really just going to be a Smash heavy, and it looks awesome. It looks really, really awesome.
Yeah, it does, but we didn't need 25 to 30 minutes on one single game.
Yeah,
we really didn't. That was what, Smash looks awesome, but you show more than that. Spend some time on the other things. They had the Damon X Machina, which is a mech combat game, which looks cool, but they didn't talk about it or show it at all.
Right.
They just showed a trailer. They showed a trailer for another Fire Emblem game. I didn't really talk about it.
They announced Fortnite on the Switch, that's big, and that was downloaded a ton already, and there's crossplay with Xbox, which is pretty cool.
And not only did they announce Fortnite on Switch, they're like, Fortnite's coming to Switch, and you can download it as soon as this is over.
Yeah, that was a cool move.
Yeah, so that was cool.
That fucking... they showed Pokemon for the Switch, and it looks awesome, and it's not even the main Pokemon game they're working on for the Switch, so I'm like, man, that's... And it works with the one for the phone, and you have like the Pokeball controller, which looked really cool.
Yeah. That was one of the very few things at this show that they actually talked a little bit about.
Yeah, I thought it looked really neat. I can't wait for the one they're going to show, like the next one.
Yeah, they showed off a new Mario Party, which is cool if you like Mario Party. Yeah. But again, didn't really spend much time talking about it. And that was kind of the whole thing, was like, you didn't spend much time talking about anything except Smash.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And I don't know if I should be disappointed that they didn't talk about Metroid Prime 4, but I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't talk about Metroid Prime 4. Because they showed up...
Yeah, I was hoping, and I just didn't know.
Yeah, didn't show that. Didn't show that Yoshi game that they're working on either.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Man, I would like this because I fucking love Yoshi. Yeah. I was hoping for some sort of Mario or Zelda DLC news, but I guess they're probably moving on from Zelda.
Yeah.
A new Mario Golf would have been appreciated.
Yeah. I was expecting maybe some DLC for Mario, and they didn't have anything.
Yeah. I picked up Mario Tennis, by the way. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there really wasn't much here.
Yeah.
Except Smash. There was a shitload of Smash. They're like, everybody's here! And then the entire internet went, well, wait a minute. What about Waluigi?
Yeah. Oh, Waluigi.
I think Waluigi is like an assist trophy or something in this game. So is Crystal from Star Fox.
Yeah.
Instead of being playable characters. But I tell you what I wanted in this game, and they didn't talk about, doesn't mean that it's not happening, they just didn't talk about it. Crash fucking Bandicoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
The trilogy, the remake trilogy is coming to the Switch. Take the opportunity and put Crash in Smash. That would be awesome.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be a perfect fit.
Yeah. Snake's coming back, and David Hayter's playing him again, which is cool. But God, they really didn't show off too much of anything besides Smash, so it's kind of hard to know what to talk about with Nintendo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a decent showing. I just really wish they would have shown some more, like, of the other games.
I would love for them to have a traditional conference next year. I mean, they have the hardware. The Switch is proven to be a success. I think that's pretty much a moot topic at this point. So I think that they have the games. They can come out and they can have a traditional conference.
Yeah, they can do a traditional, like, next year do a traditional conference and show off a gameplay demo of Metroid.
Yeah.
And I will love you for it.
Right.
Because they announced the Metroid, I was like, oh god, please be some gameplay sometime, and they still haven't shown any of that off.
Which at the same time, like, if they're taking their time to make it perfect, I'm fine.
Yeah. But I gotta wonder how they're gonna keep balance this just absolute ginormous roster they've got going for Smash.
Yeah.
How do you balance out a roster that size?
Yeah, I don't know. I look forward to finding out.
Yeah. I do kind of wish they would have put Crystal and Waluigi to just round, like, every major Nintendo character's here now. We've got Crystal and Waluigi both.
Yeah.
And I thought that would have been pretty cool, but I guess it's okay that they're assist trophies.
Waluigi is in Mario Tennis and he's hilarious.
Yeah, but Ridley is coming to Smash, which is cool as shit. Finally. I'm excited for that. I thought Ridley's, like, they showed off his moveset, so I thought it looked fucking awesome. Obviously, they downscaled him quite a bit because Ridley's a lot bigger than any of the other characters in Smash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm curious.
So they obviously downsized Ridley a fair bit to make it work, but it looks like it's going to work beautifully, and I'm excited for that. I want to play Ridley in Smash.
I just want to play the damn game. I know they have that cool. I don't have the controllers, but they have that cool adapter you can get and plug GameCube controllers into the Switch.
Yeah, they're making a new version of the GameCube controller for this, so you can play that with the Switch, which is cool.
Hopefully they don't charge too much for them.
Yeah. Did they show off Paladins at this or not?
I honestly don't remember.
Because I know that just came out on Switch, and I don't remember if they talked about it.
I know they said there's another demo for Octopath Traveler, and then it's coming out this summer. And it looks
that game looks awesome.
Yeah.
I had forgotten they talked about Octopath Traveler, but yeah, that game looks great.
Yeah, I'm super, super excited.
Yeah. Overall, this year was a much better E3 than last year, I think.
It was. Yeah, it's still... I don't know, for me, like, all the leaks hurt it.
Yeah, I didn't like all the leaks ahead of time. Like, so many things about that were coming we knew about ahead of time, and I don't want that at E3. Surprise me.
Yeah.
But still, Microsoft had a...
Go ahead.
Microsoft had a great show. Ubisoft had a surprisingly great show. Nintendo did okay. Sony's presentation sucked, but their games were awesome. EA exists.
Yeah, they stunk the joint up.
Yeah. But for the most part, like, I think all three of the big three showed off cool stuff.
Yeah, they did. There was a lot of stuff to look forward to, for sure.
Yeah, so... Have we both agreed that Microsoft won it this year, though?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree.
And as much as you can say someone wins E3.
Yeah, I know it's a weird thing to say, but it's always every year who won, and I definitely think this year was Microsoft's strongest in quite a while.
Yeah, I think it really was too. I think that their big problems are, one, the games that were their system sellers in the past aren't necessarily big system sellers now, because I mean, Gears 4 didn't have the hype behind it that previous Gears games did. Gears 5 doesn't seem to have the hype either. I question if Halo will have the hype. I'm not sure Forza's ever been a big system seller.
System seller, probably not, but I mean, it does really, really well for them. I think Halo could be big.
Yeah. And then most of their stuff is... Most of the best stuff and most interesting stuff that they showed is multi-platform.
But honestly, they had... go ahead.
I just remembered an indie game that they showed that looked really cool. It was that one that looked like top-down Zelda, except you play a fox.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that was called, but that captured my interest. I thought that looked fun.
I'm trying to remember which conference showed Hitman 2, because it looks amazing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, it looks so fucking good.
Was that Ubisoft?
Yeah, maybe. Man, it looks good.
Yeah, that looks cool. I've never played that series. Like, I own one of the Hitman games on the.
Oh my god, dude, you're missing out.
Yeah, I own one of the Hitman games on the PlayStation 2, and I uploaded some gameplay of that to my my gameplay channel.
You can download like the first 1 or 2 chapters of the last one for free on your PS4.
Yeah, I'll probably look into that. But yeah, I need to play the Hitman series sometime and just get like
such a great series.
Yeah, I liked this year's E3 quite a bit better. Than
What was
one.
do we have a game of the show? What was yours?
Oh god, that's hard to pick. How the hell do I nail it down to one game? Because there are several that just hype me to the moon. That like Ghost of Tsushima was one of my games of the show.
Yeah.
Metro Exodus was one. Cyberpunk 2077. Rage 2. Doom Eternal. I think that might have been my 5. Can I go with 5 games of the show?
Absolutely. Let's see if I can. I'm going to go. My game of the show, I think, was Ghost of Tsushima. And then I'll say Resident Evil 2, like I flipped out.
So did I.
Cyberpunk looks insane. Oh, man. Just, God, there's so much. Fuck, man, I don't know. Like, I'm struggling to try to pick something that just because there's so much.
Yeah, that's why I picked 5.
Yeah.
I can't pick one. There's so many good things. I can't wait to QuakeCon to see some gameplay of Doom.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Ghost of Tsushima. Like, man, that Jesus Christ, that looks good.
Yes, it does, and I don't play it. Like, it's in my list of 5.
You know what? I'll toss Assassin's Creed in the Division on my list too.
Okay. I am excited for the next Assassin's Creed because I love a good RPG, and it looks like an RPG. Yeah, that's E3 2018. So thank you everybody for listening. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. It'd be greatly appreciated. We'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks everybody, and goodbye. You want to say bye?
Yeah, later. See you. Go away.